From his incredible footballing IQ to his skills, to the way he moves the ball, to the way he reads the game and is able to make passes and create assists and chances, the way he's able to drop into that. What does Cole Palmer do? Actually, the topic of discussion today is what makes Cole Palmer special? What makes this young 21-year-old so special? So, Cole Palmer came from Manchester City, and at Manchester City, a club that has produced very capable, young, talented players from its academy, such as Rico Lewis and Phil Foden, managed to produce another gem. This gem is Cole Palmer, and you're going to see what makes Cole Palmer so special. So, Cole Palmer, a player who Guardiola tried to persuade to stay at Manchester City, actually decided that he wants to build himself, to create a name for himself elsewhere. Despite Guardiola's insistence that Cole Palmer would have a lot of game time this season as a result of the departure of Riyad Mahrez, Cole Palmer still insisted on departing Manchester City. So Cole Palmer is a young player who was bred from the City Academy from the age of 8. Cole Palmer has captained the under-21 to a league title, and he is a player who boasts of our huge potential and a lot of talent yet to be discovered. So Cole Palmer is such a tall player. He's 6 foot and he's so tall, and yet when you expect players who are so tall to be so unstable on the ball, Cole Palmer is quite opposite. He's very agile on the ball. His ability to maneuver through space, his ability to pick out passes, and his strength to protect the ball is also a great addition to his teammates. Cole Palmer, despite his height, is also quite great in operating in tight spaces, and he's not afraid to take shots away from goal. At Manchester City, Cole Palmer came and mostly played as a sub, but this is what prompted young Cole Palmer to make his move from Manchester City to come to Chelsea. But what Jamie Carragher has to say about Cole Palmer is mind-boggling, and we are going to hear and understand what Jamie Carragher said about Cole Palmer. We are going to understand what makes Carragher think so highly of the young rated English midfielder. So, Cole Palmer is a player who nobody expected to take center stage this season. Last season, he did not manage to showcase himself quite a lot, but at Manchester City, we started to see snippets of him turning out to be the player that we know today, though he's still young and has a lot of room for improvement. So, at Manchester City, Cole Palmer scored the crucial goal in the Community Shield that saw Manchester City go 1-1 against Arsenal. And this, despite Arsenal winning the Community Shield, this goal was so crucial for Manchester City, and if Manchester City could have managed to win the shootout, Manchester City would have won the Community Shield because of Palmer. But it didn't stop there. Cole Palmer is the goal. Cole Palmer is a player who has achieved things that other players are playing for and wishing to achieve. He's won the Premier League title at Manchester City twice, and this is something that a lot of players are really dreaming of winning. Cole Palmer has already won it. Cole Palmer has already won the Champions League at the age of 21, and this is another title that a lot of young players are aiming to try to win in their career. Cole Palmer has won it despite not playing a key role in the Manchester City starting 11. Cole Palmer also helped guide his City side to the Super Cup, and therefore Cole Palmer does not play with a lot of pressure because he has achieved a lot of things that many footballers dream of achieving. So what is this that pushed Cole Palmer to join Chelsea, and why this thing that he has makes him so special, and why did he depart Manchester City? So Cole Palmer decided to make his debut at Chelsea, his full.
Chelsea fans, you've had a lot of good news this summer. You've got one more piece of good news because Cole Palmer has now been confirmed as a Chelsea player at Stamford Bridge. Right, it's a 7-year deal with the option of a further year held by the club. Great news this for Chelsea. It's initial £40 million, this deal, plus there's an extra £2.5 million in add-ons. We've actually got some quotes that we can bring you here as well. It says, "I'm excited to get started. It feels great to sign." That's what Palmer said. "I've joined Chelsea because the project here sounds good and because of the platform I will have to try to showcase my talents is a young and hungry squad, and hopefully we can do something special here." So Mauricio Pochettino has signed another player at Stamford Bridge, and it is the highly rated young England under-21 international Cole Palmer from one of their rivals, Manchester City.
One key fascinating fact about Cole Palmer is his stats. Last season, he played 25 games, though majority of those games he came from the bench. He was not a starter. But this season, in just 22 appearances, he has 16 goals and assist ratio, meaning that he has leapfrogged from his 2 goals from his 2 GA, and this is a huge improvement. So Cole Palmer has been a key figure to Chelsea, contributing heavily in the attacking side of the pitch. Currently, he has 8 Premier League goals, making him the top ranking goal scorer at Chelsea. He's a player who has come in and solidified his position at Chelsea. So what do the stats show about Cole Palmer? Looking at these stats, we are going to look at the first stat, which is his goal scoring. Cole Palmer has managed to convert 4 penalties, and let me tell you, these are not just 4 easy penalties. He took penalties in very crucial moments: the draw against Manchester City, the draw against Arsenal, and the win against Tottenham, which he had to take. Also, the second thing that you're going to look at is his passes completed. He attempts around 50 passes per game and he has an 82.5% rate. But look at his progressive passes. His progressive passes are in the 91st percentile, meaning that he attempts to make at least 7 passes into the final third every game. Again, we look at also another key metric where Mauricio Pochettino likes him, and it is his interceptions. We've seen him winning the ball high up the pitch, especially his excellent reading of the game, enabling him to win at least 1 ball in the final third that can enable Chelsea to counter attack. Now, Cole Palmer is quite an offensive player. He's a player who does not hesitate to shoot, and he's not a selfish player. He knows how to create space for his other players to thrive. That is Nicholas Jackson and Raheem Sterling. Though at Chelsea, the attack has not been quite great, but Cole Palmer has been the brightening spark. He has this bit of acceleration where he can receive the ball and immediately attempt to drive with the ball. Another key strength that Cole Palmer has is his composure under pressure, and his ability and his vision to spot passes and make those line-breaking passes. This makes him one of the most deadliest attacking players for Chelsea. Another key facet of Cole Palmer that I have identified is his arrogance. He has that form of arrogance which is quite, it's not such arrogant as such, but rather it's quite a good arrogance. The arrogance that you need as a player so that you can be able to thrive in different situations. Now, Cole Palmer is playing under a manager who has a record of developing talented young players. But Mauricio Pochettino has seen something so special about Cole Palmer, and he said that in his recent interview. And this is what Mauricio Pochettino said about Cole Palmer. Mauricio Pochettino linked Cole Palmer to a player who nobody expected, and that is Angel Di Maria. Angel Di Maria played as a winger slash attacking midfielder for Real Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain. Di Maria is a tactically better player. He's technically better than Palmer, but Palmer has the traits of Di Maria. But what also fascinated most is what Simon Jordan said.
He's not the first player to have decided that the first team opportunities for him at Man City might have been limited and move on. Yeah. Jadon Sancho was obviously in that position. Interesting, because I had a couple of people when he was transferred from Man City to Chelsea questioning perhaps the boy's character, not his character on the field, but his outlook towards life and perhaps his discipline. That's not showing itself at Chelsea. I'm not surprised he rammed the penalty home. This is playing against the team that ultimately he's got perhaps a point to prove, so he stepped up and overcome his nerves. He's a good player. You know, he's a good player. He deserved to be called up into the England squad on the basis of what Gareth Southgate supposedly selects on. He selects on form. So, you know, with games like Malta coming up, which is the teams that we should walk past, I'm not surprised that he gives these guys an opportunity. He's got a European Championships next year. If this kid has a season of the kind of substance he's currently having, then getting him in the mix, getting him blooded into an international environment, making that step into the full side and around the squad may well be useful for next year's European Championships.
Jordan's remarks did not go to faint ears, as Gareth Southgate managed to select Cole Palmer in the previous international game to play for the national team, and this made Cole Palmer make his first senior debut for the Blue Lions, and this is one of the key steps and milestones Cole Palmer is making in his career. But what Jamie Carragher said about Palmer was fascinating. He said, Cole has been one of the players of the season, not just one of the best Chelsea players, but one of the best players in the Premier League, putting Cole Palmer up there with the top performers this season. And Jamie Carragher just didn't do that. He also included Cole Palmer in his team of the season currently, and he puts Cole Palmer next to Declan Rice and Bernardo Silva as the brightening spark in the Premier League this season. And this is putting a lot of praise on a very young lad. So Cole Palmer, will his form improve? Will his ability improve? Will his technicality improve? That is something that we all wait to see. But generally, Cole Palmer has been a brightening spark, not only at Chelsea, but a brightening spark at the Premier League, showcasing the immense potential he has. And some people, the Chelsea fan base, are tipping him for the Ballon d'Or in future years. A player who is also aspiring to win the same trophy and join the Premier League greats. But this is only something that Cole Palmer can hope for and work and put in enough work and utilize his talent to make himself one of the best players in his position. He can actually attempt to make himself one of the most attacking technical midfielders the league has ever seen. He's just 21 and he has a lot of potential in him. If you've liked our video today, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.